So something that comes up quite often in one-on-one sessions with clients as well as in group sessions with students is the question, why do patterns repeat themselves? And my answer is always the same. Patterns repeat themselves, or behaviors repeat themselves, very simply because they provide us with opportunities for healing. They provide us with opportunities to understand ourselves on a deeper level, to expand, to recognize the underlying belief systems, the underlying patterns, the underlying behaviors, or what we've attracted as a result of those patterns and those beliefs, so that we can find the original experience that created the behaviors, that created the pattern. Very often, and especially in men, working with men, we see a disassociation from those patterns, from those belief systems, because very often from a very young age, we are taught to completely disconnect ourselves from our emotional experiences. And as a result, we're not able to relate to those emotional experiences, whether they're positive or negative, usually negative. So what happens when we completely disassociate ourselves from those experiences, we disconnect ourselves from those emotional experiences, we find them beginning to project themselves outside of us. So we see them in the relationships that we tend to attract, whether they are friendships, romantic relationships, even business associates. We see the behaviors that we've rejected within ourselves in other people. We can also project these into conversations that we find ourselves engaged in with other people, where we're listening to something that someone is saying, or someone says something to us that triggers us, that makes us feel defensive, it makes us feel attacked, it makes us feel frustrated or annoyed. And so we begin to see these things outside of ourselves, so that we have the opportunity to recognize within us those parts that we have rejected. And in doing so, and being able to recognize that, we begin to increase or elevate our sense of self-awareness. And through that recognition and through that self-awareness, we're able to not only change the patterns, but to heal the underlying areas, heal the underlying experiences or traumas that resulted in those belief systems and those patterns and those behaviors being created in the first place.